Welcome to Old World Numismatics, where every coin has a story. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. Specifically, we'll explore two significant years in the history of this coin, 1964 and 1981. Each of these nickels not only represents a denomination, but also tells a story about America's evolution, reflecting the socio-political and economic climate of their times. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the stories behind your pocket change, you're in for a treat. Let's unlock history, one coin at a time. Did you know that the 5-cent nickel is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history? While many coins have come and gone, the Jefferson nickel has stood the test of time. Today we'll uncover the hidden histories of two pivotal coins from this series. The 1964 nickel, marking the end of an era in American coinage, and the 1981 nickel, produced during a time of economic turmoil. Each of these coins has its unique story, representing not just a denomination, but a snapshot of American history. What do these coins reveal about the values and challenges of their respective eras? Let's find out. The 1964 nickel is part of the Jefferson series, which was first introduced in 1938. The obverse features a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and one of the founding fathers. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia, which symbolizes his contributions to architecture and democracy. As for the 1981 nickel, it continues this classic design, retaining Jefferson's likeness on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. However, the economic landscape that prompted the minting of this coin is vastly different from that of its 1964 counterpart. Let's take a closer look at the historical context of each of these years and how they influence the coins we see today. In 1964, the United States was in the midst of a post-war economic boom. Following World War II, the country experienced a surge in consumer spending, a growing middle class, and a general sense of optimism about the future. This was a time when the average American was becoming more prosperous, with many households enjoying luxuries that were previously unimaginable. The minting of the 1964 nickel coincided with a significant moment in American history. This was the last year the nickel was produced with a 75% copper and 25% nickel composition, a blend that provided the coin with its distinctive heft and durability. As the country moved into the latter half of the 1960s, changes in metal prices would lead to a transition in the minting process and the materials used for coins. Fast forward to 1981, and the scene is drastically different. The U.S. was grappling with economic challenges, including high inflation, unemployment, and rising oil prices. This period, often referred to as the stagflation era, saw the purchasing power of the American dollar decline significantly. The decision to change the nickel's composition in 1981 to a 75% copper core, clad with a 25% nickel layer, reflected the need for cost-effective minting practices during economically challenging times. As we analyze these two coins, we must consider not only their physical characteristics, but also the socio-political environments that shape their production and the values they represent. The cultural significance of the 1964 nickel cannot be overstated. During a time of prosperity, the coin embodied the ideals of freedom and democracy that Jefferson championed. This was also the year when President Lyndon B. Johnson's Great Society initiatives were being rolled out, aimed at eliminating poverty and racial injustice. The nickel served as a daily reminder of the American spirit and the collective aspiration for a better future. In contrast, the 1981 nickel tells a different story. As the U.S. faced economic challenges, the coin represented resilience in the face of adversity. It was a symbol of everyday transactions for Americans who were navigating uncertain financial waters. The consistency in design, despite the changing economic conditions, speaks volumes about the U.S. Mint's commitment to honoring the nation's history while adapting to contemporary needs. Both coins reflect critical moments in American history, demonstrating how currency can encapsulate the aspirations and struggles of its time. As we delve deeper into the design and symbolism of these nickels, we'll uncover the artistic choices that have made them iconic. The design of the Jefferson nickel is a collaborative effort that began in the late 1930s. The obverse features a striking profile of Thomas Jefferson, created by artist Felix Schlag. Schlag won a competition to design the new nickel, and his portrayal of Jefferson was intended to capture the spirit of the man who authored the Declaration of Independence. Surrounding Jefferson's profile are the words liberty and the year of minting. The careful detailing of Jefferson's facial features is a testament to Schlag's artistic skill and his desire to honor Jefferson's legacy. On the reverse, Monticello is depicted, showcasing Jefferson's architectural prowess. This representation not only honors Jefferson as a statesman, but also as a visionary who valued education and civic duty. The simplicity of the design reflects the values of the American spirit, celebrating both the man and his contributions to the nation. As we transition to the 1981 nickel, the design remains unchanged, symbolizing continuity in American currency. However, the economic pressures of the time influenced not only the composition of the nickel, but also the sentiments attached to it. The 1981 nickel stands as a testament to American resilience during challenging times, reminding us that even in hardship, there is a connection to our history and the ideals we hold dear. The composition of the 1964 nickel marked the end of an era in U.S. coinage. With a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, these coins were durable and retained their value in the marketplace. This blend provided the nickel with a unique weight and feel that many collectors appreciate today. As the U.S. Mint prepared for the transition to a more cost-effective minting process, the 1981 nickel was produced with a core of pure copper, clad in a 75% copper and 25% nickel outer layer. This change was prompted by rising metal prices and the need for the mint to remain economically viable, while still producing currency that Americans could trust. In terms of minting details, the 1964 nickel was produced at various mint facilities across the country, including Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Each mint facility produced coins with slight variations, which can influence collectability and value. The 1981 nickel likewise saw production in both Denver and Philadelphia, with distinct mint marks indicating where they were minted. Collectors often seek out these different varieties, as the mint marks can significantly impact a coin's value and desirability. For example, uncirculated versions of the 1964 nickel can command a higher price, especially if they have been well preserved. The 1981 nickel, while more common, can still be of interest to collectors, particularly those seeking specific mint marks or unique characteristics. Today, the 1964 nickel is frequently found in circulation, yet uncirculated specimens or those with special mint marks can fetch higher values, typically ranging from 35 cents to several dollars, depending on condition. The presence of any minting errors, such as double dyes or misstrikes, can increase the coin's value significantly, attracting collectors eager to add rare pieces to their collections. The 1981 nickel, while still common, can also hold value among collectors. Variations such as the 1981P and 1981D nickels have garnered interest, especially among those who appreciate the nuances of minting practices. Although they may not command as high a price as their 1964 counterparts, they are still sought after by collectors looking to complete their Jefferson nickel sets. As we look at the market trends, it's important to note how the perception of value can shift over time. Economic conditions, collector interest, and the availability of specific coins all play a role in determining what a nickel might be worth today and in the future. Some collectors believe that the 1981 nickel could see increased interest as more people discover the historical significance and the stories behind these coins. To gain insight into the significance of these coins, we reached out to several collectors and numismatists. John Smith, a lifelong collector, shared his thoughts on the 1964 nickel. "I've always had a fondness for the 1964 nickel. It's the last of the old-school coins with that rich composition, and it represents a time when America was really flourishing. Every time I hold one, I think about the dreams and aspirations of that era." Meanwhile, Mary Johnson, a young numismatist, remarked on the 1981 nickel. "The 1981 nickel may not be as celebrated as others, but it represents resilience. It's fascinating to think about how even a simple coin can tell the story of economic challenges. I love collecting them because they connect me to the history of my country in a tangible way. These personal anecdotes highlight how coins like the 1964 and 1981 nickels hold more than just monetary value. They carry the weight of history, culture, and personal experiences. The stories behind these coins resonate with collectors, reminding us that each piece of currency has its unique narrative, often tied to significant historical events. Many collectors have turned their passion for numismatics into a means of preserving history. They often share their collections at local coin shows and online platforms, fostering a sense of community. The discussions surrounding the 1964 and 1981 nickels often include debates about their historical context, variations in minting, and the changes in American society that they represent. In conclusion, the stories behind these coins are not just about the physical currency, but about the lives and histories they touch. Whether it's the optimism of the 1964 nickel or the resilience symbolized by the 1981 nickel, each coin offers a glimpse into the American experience across different decades. As we wrap up our exploration of the 1964 and 1981 nickels, we invite you to reflect on your own experiences with these coins. Have you ever held a 1964 nickel and felt the weight of history in your hand? Or perhaps you've stumbled upon a 1981 nickel in your pocket change and wondered about its story. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, or any questions you have about these coins or other numismatic treasures. Your insights could help enrich our community and foster a greater appreciation for the stories that coins like these carry. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of numismatics, please consider subscribing to Old World Numismatics for more fascinating insights into coins and their histories. Don't forget to like and share this video with fellow coin enthusiasts and history lovers. Together, let's unlock the secrets of our past, one coin at a time.